Alright guys, what is up? I am TheyComing, and welcome to the stream today. Boys and nerds, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're all having a fantastic Tuesday. We're here inside of Clash of Clans. Go ahead and turn the camera on. How's it going, guys? What's up, Mozzarella? How's it going, brother? Welcome to the stream. Today we're going to be showcasing a Town Hall 12 through 15 war. Now our opponents are higher. We have 115 at the top of our map. They have two 15s and even a 16, but as you can see, our clan is full of savages, and we've already knocked off the top two bases on the war map here. Finding triples onto number 3. Finding triple onto number 3, I think, is a foregone conclusion. I think we should have no problem doing that. The question is can our opponents triple us out? So far, we have missed twice. Now, right here, this attack where things went wrong had to do with some CC furnaces. Because they have a 16 and two 15s, they're able to load their CCs with defensive furnaces, which definitely give opponents a leg up against clans that don't have furnaces on defense. Furnaces can be pretty brutal for lower town halls to deal with. Particularly, really for two reasons. A, it forces you to poison the CC and fight whatever else comes out. Poison on the clan castle because the furnace stops there. And then fight everything that comes to you. So that's one reason why a CC furnace is really strong. But also, when it comes to these middle town halls, we're not really accustomed to seeing it on defense. So it's definitely something that can throw you off if you're not familiar with dealing with a clan castle furnace, because you have to poison it. The clan castle furnace mites can be brutal for healers. They can overwhelm a hero charge. It can get really ugly really fast if you don't deal with that furnace. So yeah, do you get sneak peeks and dev build? I no longer get that. I had that about 10 years ago now. Well, maybe 9 years, 8 or 9 years ago. And I do not have a creator code right now. I have a lot of work to do to earn a creator code. I would love one, but you know. Let's see. So anyways, we got some war to show off. Figure we can start off by showing the 3-star hits. Abdelhamad nuked number 1, so he's a Town Hall 15. Went up against what looks to be a new 16, but hold on, we have a live war attack that just went in, and I do want to catch that. Bunny, one of our ringers, is going in. He's bringing a little bit of the hybrid. So miners and hogs usually starts off with either a queen charge or even a warden charge. Usually a queen charge for hybrid, because the hybrid usually does really well when you have Eternal Tome on the warden to follow the hogs and miners. What do you mean by work? Growing a larger channel, growing a larger following, soaking more views. So, anyways, this queen is going to be started at 6 o'clock. He's going to be peeling around this bottom side, actually breaking in to go after the single. It does have 3 freezes, so we can utilize protect this queen charge here. And the queen is not going to immediately target the single. That is actually really scary. But it looks like the third target in line is going to be the single. He needs it to be. And it looks like with the frozen arrow, he's going to slow it down just in time and actually handle the Exo before he loses a healer. That's really nice. There are the clan castle furnaces. Must poison on the furnace. Gets it down. Bunny's a real one. He's going to handle it no problem. Fire mites are going to come out and give him a little bit of problems here, but he's fine. Second rage is deployed, and he's kind of set the pathing. He probably will end up getting somewhat of an awkward split across the floor here. And man, those healers, just a little bit of furnace mite damage, basically nuked his healers. So he is going to benefit from the healing tome. The healing tome is actually going to keep the healers above critical HP, which is really nice. Here he comes. He's sending in the RC with the hybrid. Now, the RC with the E-boots with hybrid is actually Really, really helpful. Ground skellies are one thing that can stall miners. Miners do not intelligently target ground skellies like they could. Queen is going to help clean up some of the air skellies behind. It's looking strong. And the Frost Flake. Bunny with the Frost Flake. He's been putting this one on display lately. Frost Flake feels actually quite strong. The number of targets that you actually get, as long as you have it for the back end, this is completely wrecked. All the heroes are alive. He's still got the Queen ability and the King ability in hand. And with 37 seconds, he's able to swag some spells on that one too. So very good stuff there. Very good stuff. GG. Love to see that, man. Love to see it. All right. Now let's go ahead and catch... let's go ahead and watch the #1 hit here. Are you monetizing YouTube or Twitch? I'm asking these questions in relation to channel. My channel is not trying to be nosy. Yes, I am monetized. YouTube and Twitch are monetized. All right. So he ends up sending in his RC with a totem and a couple headhunters to help melt down the heroes a little bit. Now he only takes out one of the heroes for his trouble. And he is going to be throwing the rocket spears from the safety of the invis. The question is he actually going to wake up the town hall in order to get this trick off? And it looks like not yet, but all he needs is a little tickle from that aura, and he does get it. But look, he's out of his invis spells. Freezing is not going to cap it. And the healer huts, the healing builder huts go to work. He does actually melt off one of the Inferno Towers, or one of the extra Teslas there. Takes out one of the builder huts on the left. And he's going to send the Duke for the core. Now he's on Flameblower and Fireheart. So as long as he can get a good Flameblower, probably I would guess through the Town Hall and the Monolith, that could be really strong. Does he go for it now? He's going to Overgrowth the core. Okay, so he drops the Overgrowth spell. With the Healing Tome, he's going to push through the Town Hall poison. And to the backside. He's going to deal with the furnaces first. He is going to make it. He's got a Revive in the CC. And he's got one Rage. He uses it now. And because he's at Town Hall 15, he can take the Sky Wagon. W for Skywagon. And there it goes. He's wrecked it. He's got that revive, but the reality is he doesn't even need it. He's going to swagger revive on a hit up. Now, this looked mostly like a Town Hall 15. In principle, it looked like a Town Hall 15. I think he had the Town Hall upgrade, but I don't think he had anything else upgraded to Town Hall 16 yet, so... Just had the Town Hall, yeah. Anyways, W there, W. Wasn't expecting to see you live yesterday or today. Hope you have a good stream. Brooks, yeah, man, we do not have work today. We will have work next week, though, so we'll be streaming a little bit more this week than we usually stream. All right, let's catch the #2 hit. So once again, Abdelwad came in. This is now 15v15. And it looks like a fully upgraded Town Hall 15 minus the walls, but he's bringing air, so walls don't really matter. No wall breakers means that his heroes are meant to stay on the outside of the base. Is there going to be a headhunter to assist with this? I mean, I would have killed this king right there. I would not have hesitated to drop that headhunter just to help the RC eliminate the king, because the king can be a threat. We see how this charge is going to go. It looks like he's going to get this monolith. He does. All right, so now we know where that ends. We do have a live, so let's go and watch it. Let's see what their #25 does versus our #25. All right, this looks to be a Town Hall 11. So let's see. Can he get it done? Town Hall 11, and it's not even... a particularly strong 11. It looks like a newer 11. Only level 9 Warden, level 43 Queen. Can he get it done? Now I see the Battle Blimp coming in from 12 o'clock. is going to dive right on top of the Eagle Artillery. The Loons come out, eliminates the Eagle Artillery. Good job there. The Headhunters from the CC, though, kill his Queen Charge instantly. And now you have Headhunters on the King. The King goes down. And the Warden is going to drop. Boom, baby. Oh, my gosh. Headhunters are savages. The Headhunters, bro. Headhunters utterly murdering two heroes and forcing the Warden's ability. That's what you get when you don't bring a poison, ladies and gentlemen. We don't have the advantage of having furnaces. How dare you hit up and not bring a poison? That is a sin. That is a sin in a hit up. The CC by itself can do devastating damage to an attack. He gets stopped very short of the 2-star. But good try, man. But yeah, I would never not take a poison on a hit up. This move here to, take out his Eagle, cool. That's, you can take that trade. But then he flies his dragons with no support once again against air sweepers. And it's actually the dragons that hate sweepers even more than regular dragons. The Electro dragons have to pause in order to charge up their chain shot. If they don't pause for a second and they get pushed back, they get reset over and over. Sweepers that are pointing down, pointing to the outside, are going to make you have a bad day. So, their number 25 fails. Let's see. What does he actually look like? He is a Town Hall 11. Let's see what his base is. I mean, defensively, he's upgraded. It looks like he just didn't do any work on his heroes until he maxed out his defenses, which is a odd choice to say the least. The hero levels at Town Hall 11 take so little time to upgrade. Really makes me wonder why he wasn't pounding levels on particularly the Grand Warden sooner. But anyways, that's W for us. A little 1-star defense. Let's go ahead and pick up with the rest of this attack. We'll 4x through the Monolith takedown because we caught that right before we got interrupted by the live. I would have dropped the Headhunter here, but he doesn't. He goes right in, gets onto the Mono. Ends up taking the Sweeper plus the Monolith. Also gets most of the CC handled. The Furnace is still there, though. Interestingly, just doesn't poison. Sure. He ends up overkilling it, but use the poison. Don't hang on to that poison, man. If there were 2 Furnaces there, you could have been in some serious trouble. All right, GG's. Cool. Let's now check out the next 3-star. This was a fail. Oh, yeah. Neural Cream. Oh, first, word for our boys. Please do not hit up this early in war. I would have preferred that these Town Hall 13s actually clear the toughest Town Hall 13s on the map before considering hitting up. One thing is that, yes, he did get this Town Hall 13 right here, but hitting up on his second attack, I'm kind of like, would have appreciated just seeing you take what was at the bottom, or take what was below that. But check this out. Brings in Dragon Riders and Inferno Dragons with 5 dragons. So this is a proper Hydra. He actually does also bring a Lava Hound. So let's see how he does it. Got a Skelly. I'm not sure what the Skelly's for. Probably the singles, right? Okay, so there are 3 singles. Skelly can be useful there. Does manage to get his blimp a little closer to the Town Hall. How close does he actually get? He actually gets over the wall, which is nice. Gets the rage off late on the invis. Those wizards are now critically low. Good invis right there. Kills the prince. And that being it, he's got to let it go. Now, I'm sure he would have loved to take at least one of that single right there. But so far, I guess value's okay. Does get out the Eagle. Does lure the CC. One thing I'm noticing about New World Kareem, though, is he pauses entirely too long after he does his blimps. The reality is that once you use your last invis on a blizzard, you should be immediately moving on to the next phase of your attack. Immediately. That pause of like 8 to 10 seconds can cause time fails, and there's literally zero reason to be waiting for anything at that point. Here's the skeleton spell used right onto the single. Really nice there in the blind spot of the scatter shot, so the scatter shot isn't gonna immediately cause a single to lock onto the prince. Really good. Before exit, we did see a live just began. So it looks like he's going to barely squeak this one out. He does get pretty low on troops, but the queen is full health. He's still got a dragon and a Inferno up. Let's see. Okay, so what did he do? Looks like an arrow through the center of the base. Takes out a couple defenses. I think he also got 2 sweepers with that. Excellent value. And a super archer at 12 to snipe out an air defense and also get some good incidental damage onto the Eagle artillery. Now the question is this super archer going to do more for him? Is she going to step in the walls and peg this Eagle here? And she is. I mean, she's not going to take it by herself, but still, good stuff. Does get the healing tome, eternal tome down. Going to juice back up, move in. And the clone super Yeti bomb is about to go off. And we're about to deal critical damage to the core of the base. He's going to rip it up. There we go. Only 1 scatter on the back. This should handle, right? Yeah, I think so. And then 1 more Inferno Tower. And with the queen at full HP, still yet to deploy the RC. Just as I say that, he deploys the RC. RC is now going to drive in. And I believe that her, by herself, could single-handedly finish all the defenses. No need for any of these other troops, so everyone else is on cleanup duty. And now he's got a minute to clean up the base. GG to EMP. EMP is another top-ranked Town Hall 13 in the world. Excellent attacker. Excellent trophy pusher. Really does put some excellent strategy on display for the rest of the clan to see. So yeah, GG's there. Love to see it. I love this. The single super archer was actually really cute. Like, that was a really cute usage of a single super archer. So let me see this. He chains through the workshop to take the air defense. That's awesome. And here was the arrow that we just barely missed out on. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. There's the, man, beautiful arrow. Huge value from the arrow. Massive. That super archer is a savage, man. Absolute savage. Let's see if the super archer actually lives. No, we got sprung immediately when we rounded the corner. But still, good stuff, good stuff. Solid hit. Top of the map is looking neatly dealt with. Still got to take that one out. Still got to take that one out, but let's see. Okay, so I guess now is a good time to go ahead and pick a base and plan for ourselves. We are going to end up gymming the last few hours off of our Royal Champion. And once we do that, Royal Champion will be level 25. We don't have to upgrade her anymore, so we'll be able to use her from now until the end of this town hall, which is really cool. That feels amazing. So let's see. What do we want to do? Let's pick. Let's go for it. Let's just see what the recommended target is. All right. This base got taken out by witches earlier. I do not feel comfortable using witches personally, so I'm not going to do that. Let's see. If I'm going to fireballing probably. This archer tower is high value because we get the scatter, we'd get the inferno, we'd get the expo. And then what do we do with the super witches? Like, if we're going to super witch, we could rocket loon, right? I think and then flinger, where would a flinger go? Oh, I see a trick that we could pull at the top of the base here. We could sacrifice a totem to capture this mortar. And then use a headhunter onto the Grand Warden, and this entire top side is cooked to a flame flinger. I think our RC could be dropped. So if we're going for this Archer Tower, we can let our Warden deal with this side. You know, he's going to trip to CC when he moves in. But that's okay. Poison, Rage for Warden. Good call. I want to say King and Queen could just start by attacking the defending Queen. And then we can end up breaking, like, right here. I mean, we don't need to, but we can break right there. Queen will eventually wander in here, I'm hoping, and be able to tag out Inferno, Expo, and Eagle Artillery if the Warden doesn't do it already. And I want to say our RC can be used probably like here, like scatter shot area. So like send her in like bomb tower. Maybe have her fight the RC with a headhunter. But rocket loons would be used. Okay, so if I'm trying to go for the Archer Tower, I'm dropping him directly like in this nook right here. You know, bottom corner of the Dark Elixir Drill. And then the Invis spell would go like this and like this. I think we could also maybe go ahead and rocket loon out the cannon just to be safe. Because I think I think he might possibly throw the fireball to the cannon unless we remove it. So 2 invis. That means we'd have 1 in the bag, and we'd also have a freeze. Okay, sure. We will take it. I'll claim it real quick. Hopefully people respect that little flag. And let's make sure we get the proper super troops that we want. We're not using super witches right now. I do feel like revisiting the rocket loons because people like when I play rocket loons. I like when I play rocket loons. Okay, we get this, we get this. And then 5 healers. We like to take a few baby dragons. I like to put 1 ice golem. I like to go for, I think it's 18 rocket loons. Let's see what we actually end up with here. We'll take a couple headhunters. And then what do we do? Do we put a Yeti? No, we just need cleanup, right? How many more rocket loons do we get if we just take, I mean, I'm gonna take archers like this. I'll take 1 more headhunter and then we have 20. A Yeti? I don't think so, right? What if we go for like, what if we help out the King Queen push with the Valkyrie? Then we can even go 2 wizards. And a couple minions. Okay, so we have some tools, more or less. Let's see. Rocket loons are right here. I'll put you right there. Okay, I think that's good position on that. And then we'll go like this: 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, and a freeze, plus a poison because we know that these guys probably have a furnace on defense. Can I bring my 16 donate totems? Yes, of course, Mats. You are a co-leader. You can do those things for sure. And yeah, I would also appreciate it because then I can get a flame flinger, which I do want to use. And we do have a live, but I want to get my CC request out while I'm thinking about it. Okay, for the rocket loon hits, we do like to take this and then 3 of these, and then we'll take another archer and CC. Cool, and we will request it, and then hit the live request war. All right, let's see who is attacking. We got Blobby going in. Looks like he does take down the town hall with a zap trick. No. He zaps out. Just a combination zap. Man, we definitely have to rewatch this. Now he's gonna walk past, but he's going to get in with a couple rocket loons onto this scatter shot. He needs to actually kill the scatter. Can he get it down? Not quite. Man, one more balloon. Because now that thing's going to heal. That is not good. But we do have the flame flinger that will probably turn that direction and end up taking it. So he's probably okay at this point. Queen's going to go down. I don't know what he's waiting on, by the way. He has the sweeper that's pointed to the left taken out, so I'm guessing he's gonna go in like through the core of the base. But time's ticking, brother, and this is spread out. This is spread out. This is a little odd. We'll see if this ends up panning out the way he wants to. Now, his RC, big question about where's the RC gonna go, you know? He is basically, once again, this is an example of an anti-funnel, right? He took out an entire compartment and then he just lets the dragons split from, you know, and there's literally a dragon over at 9 o'clock. And there are dragons over at 3 at the same time. Usually not what you want to happen. He's also out of spells to protect his RC through the Town Hall takedown. So if he doesn't get it, this is why. Let's see if he's actually going to grab it, though. No, she's... Oh, wow. That actually got really close. But it was never going to triple... This is over here. Yeah, dude. When we take this entire compartment like this, and you get the sweeper that was pointed this direction, just attack from here. Just attack from here. Put your king down like here. He'll walk the outside, whatever. The dragons will break here. Maybe they'll split up a little bit when they hit like this very middle point. Some will go to the remaining buildings that are in the top compartment. But maybe the majority will actually go directly across the core to the town hall. Think about your dragon pathing, man. Think about that dragon pathing. All right, cool. We got troops. I'm going to go and wake the RC up, and we're going to do our hit. Hopefully the plan is solid. Should be a lot of fun, though. Haven't done a rocket loon hit in a hot minute, so it feels fun to revive this strategy and bring it back. So let's go ahead. Again, warden placement is going to be right in here. We are going to drop our flame flinger up top. And I'm actually going to wait till the flame flinger kills the cannon before I then drop a totem right here, basically the corner of that gray corner, so that the mortar will see it and the warden will see it, and then I'll headhunter the warden so that the flame flinger should be able to get through this mortar while it's aggroed onto the totem spell. That's the plan there. And then hopefully our flame flinger burns all this stuff. Maybe even comes down as low as here. That would be amazing. Maybe even getting the wizard tower would also be amazing. Help with the king queen pathing. King queen, I do want to send those, I believe, from this somewhere in this top side, and try to push them into this channel here where the defending queen is, to be able to get at eagle artillery, expo single target inferno. So we're going to probably need to drop one baby dragon to this army camp to make sure that happens. But yeah, and then our RC can be dropped into support. I'm guessing somewhere around here, like scattershot, with one headhunter to deal with the defending royal champion. So we have 3 headhunters, one for the warden, one for the queen, one for the royal champion. I don't think that we need a headhunter for the king. I think it's actually fine if our warden just takes a little bit of damage, maybe takes a little bit longer to get through that, because that gives me a little bit more time to set the pathing with rocket loons, get the invis trick to actually go where I want it to go. We have another live. We'll catch it, and then we'll do our hit. So I just talked through the plan once more. Blobby's in on number 5. All right. He's got his queen with healers at the bottom. Queen's going to go after the mortar. Queen does not have immediate access to these expos, which are going to chip him down a little bit. Now he's got the fire of a cannon. He does de-aggro one of the expos, which is good. Enough time to help her recover. Fortunately, one of the healers is being shot up. Does get the Super Yeti clone across the core. Does eliminate the Town Hall. That's a big threat for dragons, especially because the tome has already been used. And now we have some dragons that are eyeing the eagle. But this air defense right here, he needs that air defense to go down badly. He gets it. Nice. And he's on the town hall. He's not on the town. He's on the eagle. He's going to get it. RC slipped in for the backside of AD. This is wrecked. GG's. GG's. Just make sure to protect your RC here, and I think you're home free. Totem may not even be necessary. He's got plenty in the air. This plan definitely planned a lot better than the last. GG, well played to Blobby. Sick triple, man. Really glad to have that one out of the way as well. That means that 15 is the only base at the top of the map that we really need to sweat about. We need to make sure that we get this. I thought Blobby's attempt, the opener was actually kind of interesting, using all the zap spells. I think he chose the wrong position to drop his dragons, though. And we talked a little bit about that. So let's go here. All right, it's our turn. We're doing it. We're doing it. Nerd. We need to make sure to get our flinger in the very back corner so it doesn't get shot by the cannon. Cool. Let's go. Oh, round warden. Let's fix that so we don't oopsie drop an air warden. I've done that before. That is a sad day. That is a very sad day when it happens. All right. Scout. Hit the attack button. Okay. Cool. Put warden down where it needs to go. I see 2-point defenses. Is that going to be too much for the warden? It is. Okay. So we'll do that. Go 1-2. 1-2 there. We'll live with that. And actually this reduces us to only a single invis trick. Okay. Oh, and I actually missed that timing. That was a mistake. All right, Warden's going to do whatever he's going to do here. We have time to wait. I'm actually going to go ahead and totem right here. Man, he didn't actually come out for it. That's so annoying. Okay, we have one invis to use here. Cool, we should be good. And I really like the way this looks. Let's put the king down like this. And slip the queen in too. Baby dragon over here. Okay, see the furnace? It's poisoned. I'm gonna do that now. Let's get this over here. Let's get this here. Cool. And we're fine, dude. We don't even need all these rocket loons. This is actually completely crushed. We're going to swag a bunch of spells and a ton of rocket loons just to, like, rub it in their face. Like, what spells did we actually use? We used 2 invis, 2 quake, and a poison. That's it. Completely wrecked. Like, completely wrecked. Took it apart. Took it apart. You think the Super Yeti negates the furnace with its mites? Actually, probably. Like, any damage onto a furnace is good damage. The furnaces don't have, like, particularly great HP themselves. So any damage that you deal to a furnace is actually, like, really good damage. And it's a troop, not a building. So a quake doesn't deal damage to a furnace. Unless you have a high-level quake, which we don't have. If I had my king, that 15 would have been tripled. It's all right, Blobber. It's all right. I was watching this hit, and I thought that the Zap Quake trick was actually like a really interesting start. I was actually fully intrigued when this attack started off. It was the follow-up that I didn't think made the most sense here. Because, okay, Queen's Arrow, she funnels here. Okay, sure. You then get your flinger down. Now, right? The scatter not going down ended up not being a huge deal because the flinger is doing so much work. But now what I'm seeing here is as soon as you break this stuff here, you have this path, right? I don't understand why you decided to start the attack with the dragons right here. Like, take a direct path to his monolith and eagle, and then move through the stuff that you've already significantly weakened. And then you move directly into that town hall. I was a little confused because, like, literally, in just a moment, you will see you had a dragon rider at 9 o'clock or like 10 o'clock, and you have dragons that are at 3 o'clock. Ideally, you don't want your dragons to move that way, to where one side of your dragons, you know, dips completely to East Bumble, you know? I'm shocked that you actually got the Town Hall there. That Warden was very, very lucky to give you the 2-star. But I mean, like, you got this awkward troop split, and of course, as soon as dragons start fanning out that wide, you start losing dragons. Like, you need them to work together to power through the high damage stuff together, or at least in the same neighborhood, you know. Also, I just watched the queen die. Sad. I mean, your queen was kind of on a your queen was on a mission by herself anyway. Like I don't think the queen dying was necessarily why you lost. I think it was literally the dragon drop. What's up, Dev Site? How's it going, brother? Welcome back to the stream, dude. How is your Tuesday? So yeah, drags at 9, flinger at 3, flinger at 3. Drags at not. You want to wait? You were saying flinger at 3 is where you would have done that. Let me see what that means. Flinger at 3 would have been strong. Did you find Teslas here though? Teslas can instantly shut it down. I feel like there were Teslas here, were there not? I'm not mad at this flinger. But yeah, these Teslas would have certainly stopped that idea. Now that you know it's there, someone that comes back can actually pre-trigger that stuff. Yeah, all of his Teslas are right here. I just think that you should have dropped your dragons here to move this way. Like, when our dragon attackers should be making a greater priority of taking down the eagle and the monolith a lot sooner. Like, this is not an afterthought. These two defenses cannot be an afterthought. You don't even have the healing tome on. Your dragons do not recover at all from the time you drop them until the raid ends. They only drop an HP, and they only have a brief amount of time when the Eternal Tome is active. Like, these two defenses cannot be an afterthought. How do you join your clan? Well, you have to be a Town Hall 12 through 14. And clan's right here. That's how you join. You got to be active. We want you to war with us regularly. If you're constantly red, after a week or two, I'll probably kick you out. But, you know, if you choose to upgrade your heroes. But please war with us after the heroes wake up again. There's no tryout to join. It's a place to learn, but also it's a place to teach. If you're someone that has higher knowledge of the game, and you like playing Middle Town Halls, or you're trying to level one of your lower accounts, like a lot of the players in this clan are, it's a great environment for that. Okay, I'm gonna request again so we can do our second hit. Our first hit was a smash. Our next recommended target is actually a cleanup hit onto this base. Oh man, this is lame. Okay, we do know that these clan castles are all loaded with double furnace. So it could be a value play to go ahead and try to remove it with a fireball trick. So targeting probably the scatter, I think, is the best value right there. Because we'd claim the CC, we'd claim an Inferno, we would claim... Do we claim that Inferno up there? It might be out of range. I think that Inferno might be out of range. The Inferno that's directly over, like on top of the scatter shot there. Now, this scatter would get us the Eagle. But the thing is that those furnaces can be brutal. So, I mean, what do you guys think? Do you think I should be going after the scatter to get the Eagle out? You think that's better? Let's see what let's double check what was actually in the CC. We know it's 2 furnaces, but there's other stuff. Yeah, these furnaces kill him. So it's a rocket loon. And what else? And he doesn't poison the furnace. He doesn't notice the furnace. So the furnace actually melts like every last one of his witches. Ends up ending him. Hold on, let me watch this again just so I can see real quick. What comes out of the CC? What comes out of this clan castle? We'll pause as soon as it trips. So it's Rocket Loon Archer Double Furnace? Is that what I'm seeing? And you see furnaces eat witches, bro. The furnaces eat witches for breakfast. Okay. So I'm thinking, yeah, probably just go after the scatter then. Go after this scatter. Get the eagle down. If we send our king and queen at the clan castle, I'll just make sure to have the poison over the clan castle. Our flame flinger is pretty free over on this side. There's nothing to target a flame flinger. Like all the way to the air defense, basically. I like those vibes. King and queen, their job could be like go after the scatter. Like go in for the scatter and then we get the poison down and deal with that stuff. But Warden is going to be charging the Ever-Living Daylights out of the core by himself if I do my job right. Okay. All right, we have how many wall breakers? I'm missing a wall breaker. I actually did not need a wall breaker on the last hit, so I didn't bother taking it. But in this hit, we do need a wall breaker. So I think we lose that, and I think we lose this in favor of a super wall breaker. And just so I don't make my troop bar too big, I will kill the minions for a couple more archers instead. Hi, I need members for my clan. Title 13 plus. Title 16 above is preferred. Bro, we're literally showcasing a clan that I revived right now. I'm sorry, but I'm not going to help you recruit because that's part of what I'm doing live on Twitch right now. YouTube and Twitch. So anyways, let's get after, let's go and do it. Looking for how many invises I need. I mean, I think I just charge them directly at the scatter and then potentially save invis spells for the RC. That's really what I'm feeling here. All right, let's go. Eliminated, looking good. Baby dragon there. Corner. That warden versus my warden loses, bro. Okay, we can throw now. All right, eagle's gone. That's a dub. Okay. He's working down this way. We still have lots of time, by the way. Oh, that was a mistake. Well, the healers are gone. The warden's gone because I'm a doofus. All right, let's see if we can make it work anyway. Okay. We have invis spells. All right, we're going to do this plus the queen and the rage and the freeze. We still got it. Yeah, we have way too much time, way too much force. It's GG. Yeah. Lost the warden, it didn't matter. Still tripled with a minute left. GG. Bro, any members? Bro, any members for my clan? What town hall are you at? We are town hall 12 well, really, we have a couple 11s, but we go all the way up through 14 primarily. We have one guy that just went to 15, and in June, we're actually expanding that to include 15s. So soon, we'll be a Town Hall 12 through 15 clan only. All right, so that was an easy cleanup there. A little cleanup on aisle, what was it? 11? No, that was not a cleanup. That was the fresh cleanup on aisle 12. Love that. Any tips for people currently? I have 16 people in the clan. Get your clanmates to push ranked, and then people start looking for you based on your players being on the ranked leaderboards. That's honestly something that I didn't realize until it started happening. We have Bunny and EMP, which are actually globally ranked players. Like top 200 players for Town Hall 13 and 14. I think Bunny was like number 2 in the world on Town Hall 14, which is insane. So the more players that you have that are actually pushing ranked, like this right here, their solo performance, the more likely you are to attract other players, right? If people click on your clan and your Town Hall, 14s are in, let's see, look, E-Titan 26, Town Hall 14. Nutty. What's up, Zalo? Hey, TC, glad to see you. I'm glad to see you too, brother. Glad to see you too. You say, bring global chat back. But yeah, if your Town Hall 14s or your Town Hall are stuck in like Wizard 12 or something, I mean, having these Town Hall 13s and 14s up in P.E.K.K.A 22 speaks a lot about the skill level. They've made it easier to get up that high, but before the changes to ranked, like Bunny and EMP were like actually like seriously distinguished. And they both found us at the same time, which I think is super cool. I honestly don't know if they're friends or if they just like they saw like one of them joined and the other guy joined. But yeah, if you get players pushing ranked and they increase their skill level, you will attract more skill. You will attract more talent for sure. All right, what do we do here? Oh, wait a minute. We got something we can upgrade. What are we going to do? I think it was going to be a cannon, was it not? Was that what I was supposed to do? No, I was going to do a spring trap because it's only 9 hours, 30 minutes. So I can do one more thing before I go to bed. Try not to have a timer expire like awkwardly at 3 a.m. and then I miss like 5 hours of upgrade time. Okay. So that's one account. Let's hop over to our near max 13, which by the way, we just hit the button for Town Hall 14. Yesterday, which is cool. Nice. And we got our bat spell that's complete. Now we're down to, what is it? Like 1 or 2 more things to do in the lab and that's it, right? 1. The last laboratory upgrade of Town Hall 13 incoming. Spiddly dip. There it goes. Those are good vibes, brother. Good vibes. What do we want here too? I think we're wanting just more of the glowy. I've been converting like every single day. Converting to glowy. All right. Let's pick a base and then we'll tune our army. On this account, the heroes are stronger, which is cool. Okay, we can call this base for sure. He's got decent coverage from a flinger, right? Like he's got a hero in all 4 corners. He's got, he's got the mortars up at 12 and down at 6. He's got expos that are neatly covering him for the most part. We can't really put a flinger to steal more than 3 buildings from over here, or over here because of the defending hero. So that's actually like really, I don't know, decent base building to defend against flame flinger value. I think this is a pretty clear fireball though. To get onto his clan castle, we go for the fireball to his Wizard Tower. I think that's pretty easy choice there. And then a single invis to cover the 2 cannons and the Expo and the Expo and the scatter shot to get us directly onto the Wizard Tower, the double quake, take out the CC so we don't have to deal with that nasty, pesky double furnace that we know is there. Like it, 100% there is a double furnace. So we will claim the base. The question is, after we get the fireball off, what do we do? This could be a good one to use a wall wrecker, maybe? Or do we even need it? Do we just put down a barracks? Put down a barracks to shave trash. Wall break, like in here, after we get the fireball off. And then try to push the super witches directly towards the town hall into the eagle. And I definitely do think that we want to go straight at the 2 single target infernos, rather than, you know, coming here, eventually arriving at that single. It's this single being in front of the town hall, I think, is ripe to take out early. And then we'd immediately round this corner here, taking out town hall. Another single eagle, and then another single on the back. RC can be used to support us probably at 12. Probably fight the prince a little bit. I think that's what I really want to do. So yeah, barracks to help establish funnel. We'll put the king. I think if we lose the king and he doesn't go into the base, cool, don't mind. King can go like, if the king goes to this inner channel and just does this, I'm actually totally fine with that. I think that's actually really nice. But yeah, I want to fireball this wizard tower, double quake, pull ward into the left, wall break here, barracks in the corner, king baby dragon. Okay, I see it. I see the plan. I see it. I'm going to wake that up. Cool, we got headhunters. That's fine, that's fine. That looks good. We have a heal spell. We have the freeze. All right, I'm going to request real quick. Let's see, get the request out. We want to take. Going to change this up. I will now take, instead of super minions, those are kind of boring, yeah? Why don't we do like super pigs? And we will take also, not a flinger, we will take a barracks. So why not super pigs? How many do we get? Only 3. And then that. So if we lose a super pig, how many real pigs? 4 super pigs and a regular pig. You know what? 3 super piggies. A rocket loon. And a goblin. Because why not? Want to stream my clan wars in CWL? Do I want to stream your clan wars in CWL? What clan are you in? What's the occasion? Let's see. Been failing to promote recently on my Town Hall 14 despite being perfect on offense. Somehow been insanely lucky. Got 2 0-star defenses already. Way more defense trophies than I get in a whole week. The next few leagues are easier as well. Leagues at bottom of Town Hall floor are easy. My next league is league floor for Town Hall 16. Just asking, nothing special. Okay. I mean, I'm kind of doing the most by having revived this clan, making this a nice little middle Town Hall clan. Wait, did I just cancel what I picked? Come on. Give me super pigs. Super pigs and a goblin. We'll confirm. War. Okay. So hopefully we get something. If we don't get it in the next few minutes, we will go ahead and gym it ourselves. That's cool with me. I'm not worried about that. Again, we'll scout this real fast. I do want to put the Warden down, I believe, directly here for the Wizard Tower. We have a Headhunter deal with the defending Royal Champion. As soon as we tap out these 3 defenses, my Invis trick is onto the Expo, the 2 cannons, the Bomb Tower, the Scatter, and the Expo. The Double Quake directly on top of the Wizard Tower cleans the majority of that compartment in its entirety, which is going to be nice. And then we're looking for probably... You know, I wouldn't doubt it that this guy might have spring traps in here. If I'm being real, like, this seems kind of baited. So we might actually have to take a second super wall breaker just to make sure that we actually break the wall, because we could end up in trouble if we don't. Real talk. That could be bad. Yeah, I am going to take a second wall breaker. I don't want to mess around with that. That could be very, very bad. Yeah, we will take it. We'll go extra wall breaker. I'll take a couple archers. All right. So let's get the magic done. Let's make the magic happen. Nerd. And first attack coming in hot. I requested the flinger and not the barracks, but I have a barracks of my own. That's fine too. All right, let's go. Come here. Get out of my game, dude. Spoodly doodly dap. Okay. Making our way downtown. Okay. There we go. All right, Archer Tower. Good, 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 good. Good job. Invis, invis. Throw. Okay, nice. Good. We didn't take too much time either. So what we can actually do is go ahead and pull after he gets the gold storage. Warden, thank you, sir. Ooh, I don't have my king. That is not what I thought was going to happen here. So we might be a little cooked. What'd I say about it being baited? We get it in, though. That's where I want to be, dude. I'm going to freeze. Okay. I'm going to heal here because we're taking a lot of damage. Baby dragon there. Super pigs are on their way. Gonna totem. Alright. This is looking wrecked. Super pigs are having a blast, bro. Let's get ready to poison the queen here. Yeah, dude. Get out of my game, brother. Get out of my game. Let's put the archers down. Minions. And it's clean. Didn't even use the queen's ability. Still got spells left over. Rip. Wait, didn't you change the flinger? It's because I backed out of requesting it the first time. It reset the entire thing, and I forgot to swap it when I redid the pigs again. But it's okay. I had my own barracks, which is perfect for me. I was actually totally fine with that barracks. That's actually what I wanted to take was the barracks. And of course, I called that entry was baited. That spring shot, that spring trap that took out my first wall breaker. If I hadn't changed the comp, those super witches would have been on a walk. And that would have been very not good. Like, in fact, pretty bad. Let's 4x until we get to that point. It just looked baited to me, right? Right, so watch this. We'll actually half speed it. Allow them to progress. You'll see me deploy the super wall breaker any moment now. And it gets sprung like almost instantly. Look. Bip! There it goes. Kind of an awkward loon. I think I was maybe reaching for a baby dragon instead of the balloon. Wall breaker goes like this. Diddly dap. Nice sip. Then of course that sends them to the core, which is beautiful there. Good timing. For some reason, I thought that my king was available, which he was not. And then we just kind of coast our way in here. Go ahead and rocket spear the top. Just so I know that these piggies are going to stay in the base and be additional fodder for the super witches. Heal spell ended up being really nice too for the witches, like where they stopped. Ended up being really nice. But yeah, piggies have lots of HP. Good stuff there. And then we get the poison down onto Miss Queen. We even get the headhunters in to get bip. Skiddly dip. Nice. Do. Here's the thing. Okay, so DevSite was asking earlier. Oh my gosh, wow, we got a lot of viewers today. Thank you for watching. By the way, if you're watching on YouTube or Twitch, thank you for being here. Appreciate you guys. I do stream on both. Some people like to watch me on both at the same time. I'm not mad at that either. But yeah, it looks like we got a solid amount today, especially YouTube. YouTube's popping off. So DevSite over on Twitch was asking, you want to stream my Clan Wars and CWL? Just asking, nothing special. The only time that I really want to visit a clan and stream a war of any kind is if it's going to be in a format where it's like a friendly war short format. Like the whole thing is going to last like an hour to 2 hours. Whatever that can be set to, if the idea is that in a 2-hour period of time, all attacks are required and then the war ends, that's where I would actually consider going to a clan that I'm not a member of and streaming it. So if it was like a 10v10 2-hour war, that means, 10 attacks per hour. Everyone gets 1 attack, 10 attacks per hour. I would definitely say that. That's cool. 20 attacks in 2 hours. That's plenty of content. But I wouldn't just show up to stream like a regular war where there's no guarantee that I'm actually going to catch lives. That was actually one of the things that bothered me back in my day. Here I am, old man speaking. Where regular wars was like the way that you did competitive wars. You had to like match your opponents. You had to like engineer both of your clans had to spin wars at the same moment using near identical layout, like near identical breakdown of villages. And it was scienced out. Like the war weight of the bases were engineered in such a way so that both opponents that spun a random war spun at the same time and would cross their fingers hoping that they would match. That's how they had to do it a long time ago. When they started doing friendly wars, however, the friendly wars, at least initially, for league play were day long. So you'd have your regular prep day, and then you'd have a day long war. And even those wars, sometimes I would start streaming it at the very beginning, and I'd only catch like 4 lives in a 2-hour live stream. Like the clans just wouldn't hit. And I know that it's not like necessarily back then it wasn't their prerogative to like create the content for the content creator, right? But from a live streaming perspective, like it's like, okay, well then, you know, when I live stream wars, there may or may not be action, which is really what people want to see, is like when stuff happens live. And then you missed it. What did I miss? I remember when Boston Tea Party sniped us in the sub war. Oh yeah. Oh, Doc is saying, and then you missed an attack. You end up missing a live. Yeah. Boston Tea Party sniped the sub war. That's actually so funny. Stuff like that would happen too. And honestly, like, I was all for it. I was like, let's see how the subs do against like my clan that like you had to try out to be in. And if you didn't, and even after you tried out, if you just didn't perform, like you wouldn't get put on the Champions War League roster. Back then, CWL meant Champions War League, not Clan War Leagues. Those searches were so sweaty. Yeah. Like everyone is like in the arranged war community, prior to friendly war mechanic being added to the game as a functional part of the game, arranging wars was like, it was a real dice roll whether or not you'd actually match the people that you tried to engineer the matchup to, like the random matchup to actually occur. So anyways, okay, we have one more attack to do. I'm going to go ahead and request real quick. I think we'll take piggies. We still have the flinger. We have one of the totems left, so let's go and do this here. What's this base? All right, it is open, pretty open. At the top, I think there's a reasonable expectation of getting that single target Inferno and then dealing a bunch of splash damage onto the Eagle. I think once again trying to fire, I think maybe taking a quick fireball to his mortar here. Is a good idea. And the reason I say that is because those furnace CCs really do mess you up at lower town halls. Furnaces can be kind of brutal. I mean, we even saw where a furnace came out. The furnace mites didn't even hit the healers, but the healers passed over a region where the furnace mites landed, and the healers went down to like 20% HP. Like, tell me that's not busted versus lower town halls. Like, that is really a very strong defensive CC versus like the middle town halls. So I'm thinking just eliminating the CC is probably a strong option. We could even look for, maybe even we do a giant arrow trick with, oh, I see it. Okay. So we can do a giant arrow trick to hit the Eagle artillery, combined with the incidental splash damage of the Flame Flinger. I think that's gorgeous, actually. As long as the Flame Flinger is splashing the Eagle, which it should, through the single, the arrow clears the Eagle, I'm pretty sure. And even if that's not the case, we can always quake that. So we can quake once in order to finish the Eagle. So on this account, we have the giant arrow at level 15, so we're actually good there. So our arrow is actually maxed up. That feels nice. Okay. I'm actually digging this. I'm feeling this. All right. Okay, so the flame flinger is going, or the flame flinger is going to be placed at 12 o'clock. We are going to let it cook. We are going to drop the warden in front of the... I think the warden goes basically between this gold mine and this collector. We're going to have to invis you, right? We can't drop rocket loons for this because we don't want to trip this at all. We don't want that to come out. So we cannot send things in ahead of the warden because this is all in range. He must stand back. So we have to get the invis trick off. We can even pre-quake to ensure that that happens. Yes, we will pre-quake so that when we put the invis down and we fire the fireball, even if something comes out, it'll instantly die. Fireball will one-shot it. And then I think the plan is to then break in here, send the prince for the outside funnel, pull the warden with the super witches, drive super witches into this compartment with the queen. RC is going to be saved for the backside in case we don't manage to deal with the Eagle Artillery or the single target Inferno. We can use Pop the Rocket Spear, deal with that. But another value play I think would also be to look for the takedown to this backside material. So we can come in here, maybe take out a couple of the defenses before popping the Rocket Spear and then getting the rocket shots off on Expo. Scatter shot, da-da-da-da. Okay. All right, we got it. We got the plan. We got the plan, Stan. Should be fine. All right, let's go. Cool. I'm going to pre-quake like this. Love it. Oh, queen. No, queen's gonna go up there. We don't have the extra quake. Forgot about it. We're on to the single, though. Huge. All right, we're going to... Nice. Warden actually stepped away from that stuff. All right, Warden's been targeted, sadly. Save him. All right, we are flaming the eagle. We should go down soon. It does go down. We like it. Okay, Prince. Question is, do we need the champion? I think the answer is no. Throw that now. Let's try to swag the champion. And a bunch of spells. Because why not? Yeah, sure. Swag the champion. Brilliant fireball. Easy going. And then, even though we didn't take the third quake, the Queen's arrow did enough damage combined with the incidental flames that took down the topside single that the Eagle Artillery went down to that combination. Eventually, it didn't go down immediately, but it did go down to the flames shortly after. Add me thoughts on my base too. Brother, I'm not doing base reviews right now. Thank you for asking. Hope you enjoy the stream. Yeah. So good stuff there. That one felt really easy too. That one felt really nice. This is just like, it's an easy fireball, right? This is just easy. Taking the scatter, taking an expo, taking his clan castle. Easy choice, right? And then up here, I think this is another like brilliant idea, allowing the Flame Flinger to hit the single target Inferno, also pre-quaking so that the CC didn't come out, because dropping the Invises here, he's gonna wander in sometimes. Like right there. If I hadn't put the Quakes down, there's a chance that he trips part of the CC even after the fireball goes off. So you put the Quakes down first against Town Hall 13. The buildings can't heal. There's no builder huts that can heal the base yet. That comes at Town Hall 14. You can safely pre-quake things if you're confident that the fireball is going to land exactly where you want it to. And especially when you're attacking a CC, you don't have to then worry about troops being pre-triggered. When you're trying to, you know, avoid troops triggering. Also, not panicking around the single is something that you need to, that people should get a little bit more accustomed to. We do need to invis there because we do want the rage gem to be active. But here comes the Queen arrow. We do hit the eagle with the Queen. We also damage all this here too, and an expo, and the scatter, and the other expo. Check that out. Solid stuff. Queen's gonna move with the Super Witches, help to push them in. Extra Headhunter for the Prince. Get out of my game, nerd. Good stuff. Prince gonna complete the funnel for the Queen. You can see how you just like, as the attack starts to move, like look at how my stuff is positioned. This is like literally like playing chess. Actually like playing chess. You don't need to put everything down at the same time. But you need to make sure that things are supported. You need to make sure that if the attack continues to move, if at any point in time the attack starts to stall, something's going wrong, right? So I didn't need to play the Prince earlier. I didn't need to play the Queen immediately when I dropped the Super Witches, but they all did something here. They all did something meaningful. The Prince is literally used up here to make sure that the Queen doesn't wander. And they're all lined up. They're all attacking, right? Nothing is in trouble right now. The single just locked onto my Queen. The Queen's going to take it out before it goes full beam. The scatter's being dealt with. This and all these two things got hit by the Queen arrow. The synergy. Eagle damage. Expo damage that's already been taken. Scatter and other expo damage. I mean, this is just really nicely played. Nice. Good cadence. Right? Excellent Dark Orb right there, too. Slowing down everything that's actually left. I mean, there's a couple things here, but as long as this compartment is handled, the base is completely crushed. All the Super Witches are up. That's looking fantastic. Pocket Loons dropped in the back. I probably should have dropped at least one of those in with the Super Witches just to make sure we didn't lose, you know, all of our healers to some Black Mine farm. But we swag the RC, we swag a bunch of spells. GG's. I've always wanted to learn how to play chess. You know what's interesting, Mots? I don't know what it is about the YouTube algorithm. It's been throwing me chess. Chess. Gotham Chess? Levi from Gotham, or Levy from Gotham Chess? I watch that guy a lot, actually. And I'm starting to see more and more chess shorts from, like, you know, big time international chess players. Like watching Magnus Carlsen play is actually wild. That guy is inhuman. And like watching people, not only watching him play and talk about his own playing, it's watching other chess players review his games and be like, this guy is actually inhuman. Like just the brilliance of Magnus Carlsen, it just blows me away. And it blows people away that actually know things about chess. So like I've been absorbing the game of chess by osmosis for the last probably 1 to 2 years now. But even prior to that, when I was in elementary school, I was actually in our chess club. And I wasn't bad when I was in elementary school. I haven't really played the game since elementary school, though. So, W. Nice. So we 6-backed on both accounts. Good stuff there. Guys, give me just a second. I'm going to use the bathroom real quick. I'll put a brief 2-minute timer on your screen. And when it counts as 0, I will resume. We got another 30 minutes to kind of catch some more live war attacks. If I happen to notice that there's a live, or if I hear a sound from the other room, I will quickly shuffle over and put this up. But 2 minutes for bathroom break. See you in a sec. Go in and get yourself something to eat or drink. I will be right back. All right, guys, we're back. We're back. And before you ask, yes, I washed my hands. We are ready to go. We are live. It's crazy. Did you see the kid who beat it? Yeah. I've caught that clip too. He resigned. He looked extremely frustrated, stormed off. Magnus, you mean? All right, let's see. In the next 30 minutes, if anyone else wants to go live, we will catch your attacks. We will catch you. We will catch you outside. How about that? All right. By the way, during this event, I should probably say this. If you're a newer player and you have not yet taken advantage of the builder base to get your 6th builder unlocked, brother, you are missing out. Get active on the builder base. Smash, particularly, smash your multi-mortar all the way to level, I think it's 9 that you actually need. Let's actually check on the requirements. This is a good time to actually talk about this. If you don't have the 6th builder, you need to be moving towards it as soon as possible. Where is that little Bob Builder hut? I always forget. Oh, it's right here. Okay. First is complete by gearing up 3 buildings in the home village. Okay, cool. Complete by upgrading any builder-based troop to level 18. I picked, and this is probably better to showcase on my other 13, just so you can see how I did this. Because I rushed specific things in order to just power unlock that builder. Where is the builder? Okay. 3 buildings in the home village. Basically, that means once you get the multi-mortar upgraded to a certain level, you unlock the multi-mortar over here. The crazy part about this is that these upgrades on the home village can take an incredibly long period of time. Like, these geared up defenses actually have very long upgrade times. So when you do them, just be prepared. You're going to lose that builder for like over a week, I think. If I were to double check on the times for, let's see, Clash of Clans geared up defenses. Okay, let's see how long it takes, if it will actually tell you. Builder's Apprentice. No, it's not it. That's not it. Master Builder. I don't know if it's going to actually show me this stuff. Buildings. Hold on. Let me go to buildings. Home village. Is it going to actually show me geared up defenses or not? I'll click cannon and see if it shows me the multi or the double cannon. It doesn't. Bro, are we trolling? Okay. I'm clicking on the geared up. Allow cannon to be geared up starting. You know what's interesting? I don't even know where to find the level up times. The gear up. I'm going to type geared. Geared cannon. Double cannon. I don't think it's even going to let me see it. That's so weird. Okay, so the Clash of Clans fandom doesn't have a clear place for me to actually notice or like tell you what the upgrade times are. Okay. Google AI, however, says that the double cannon is 2 days in the main village. The archer tower, however, the geared archer tower, meaning you have to have a level 6 archer tower, takes 7 days of master builder time. The multi-mortar takes 7 days as well. At least I think. I think that's what this is telling me. Defenses in home village. Okay, so yeah, that is what it's telling me. So those upgrade times are actually some of the longest. When you consider, like, at Town Hall 11, you can have a multi-mortar at Town Hall 11, which is crazy. 7 days upgrade for Town Hall 11 must feel like an eternity. An actual eternity. Good news about that, though, is that because the builder is doing that work in the main village, if you use builder potions from the main village, it actually boosts that too. So anyways, minor optimization. If you are going to do some of the geared up defenses in the main village, when it's time, comboing with builder potions is actually a real great thing to do. Let's go ahead and also talk about the other remaining requirements. So once again, Gear up 3 buildings. Complete any upgrading builder base troop to level 18. So that means that you need to be builder hall 9 in order to get a level 18 troop. You can see the only level 18 or the first level 18 troop on this list were the archers. So I didn't even bother unlocking the baby dragon. I took archers all the way to level 18 before I even unlocked the baby dragon. So in that period of time, all the elixir costs, all the elixir that I actually stacked up was being pumped into levels for the battle machine and the battle copter, which comes into play right here for the final requirement. Or excuse me. Complete any builder-based defense to level 9. It makes the most sense to go ahead and do the multi-mortar to level 9 because you have to have a level 8 multi-mortar in order to get the geared up mortar on the main village. So if you're already required to take this defense in particular to level 8, go ahead, get the multi-mortar to level 9. It is strong by itself as a defense in the main village. If people are bringing like super witches or night witches or any kind of ground spam. Night witch spam is real in the builder base. But the final thing here, complete by upgrading builder base heroes to a total level of 45. So what that means is the combined hero levels. So I think what I ended up doing was going to I think it was 23 and 22, just because I was simultaneously upgrading the battle machine and the battle copter just to hit that mark faster. It did mean that some of my farming to get my daily star bonus for elixir ended up being kind of painful, right? My rank didn't go very high at any point in time because I was farming with no heroes. But that's okay, right? As long as you're just every opportunity you have, come over here, do a handful of attacks, get elixir just for the sake, because you attacked. And then, of course, when you get your star bonus, go and get that star bonus. You can go the route of starting an attack, dropping a troop, and instantly quitting, which will give you a defense, which is what actually earns you elixir. And you can spam that several times, but what will happen in that period of time is your trophy count will plummet tremendously while you're trying to get quote-unquote free elixir. I honestly didn't do it that way. I went ahead and tried to do as best as I could, even without heroes, just so that my rank wouldn't plummet so sharply when I was attacking without heroes. Quickly was able to get a combined total of 45. But as soon as you get that, man, that 6 builder unlocks and your main village progress, I believe that increases your upgrades, your overall upgrade efficiency by around 20%, which is crazy. That's actually a big number when you consider the lifetime of the it's actually tremendous when you think about the lifespan of the town hall of this game, right? And how they're always moving the goalposts, releasing a new town hall roughly once a year now. You definitely want to get your 6 builder if you don't have it. I don't see a live. That's okay. What do we do? I guess we farm a little bit. If we happen to catch a live, we will. Next stream will be tomorrow. That will be all ranked on both our Town Hall 13s, which is cool. Excited for that. We'll use the wrecker. Man, I think we just fireball as eagle, even though it's going to take us a little bit of effort. We're on rocket loons, not super witches on this account right now. We should be able to move in, I think, nicely. So let Baby Dragon live his best life. Let Warden also live his best life. And I think Warden we just allow Warden to waltz right in for the scatters. Because then that frees up, you know, he can just deal with the Town Hall. Come on, air trap. No. Wow, cool. Hey, we're fine with that too. 3, 4, 1. Take that, cool. And then over here, I think this is where we put King with Baby Dragon. Drop this with this and this. This, couple wizards. And that Wall Wrecker should push us directly into his Town Hall compartment. Beautiful. Good stuff. Really, really nice. Queen's coming back. Beautiful there. We'll put the Royal Champion over the shoulder of the King. And I mean, this is just easy McCheesy, bro. Easy McCheesy. Yeah, GG. For time. Rocket Spear, Biddly Bap. Easy. Man, you can swag so many spells when you actually attack, right? It's all good. Maybe drop frames remainder is good now. Yeah, dude, hey, happens. You know, sometimes, like, even though OBS usually tells me when I drop frames, sometimes I question if it's not OBS, but, like, sometimes Google has an issue. Because Google drives YouTube and Amazon and all that. And, so yeah, okay, let's see. Did we miss a live? No, we did not. All right, we'll attack again. Someone wants to attack. Now's the time. Have your attacks featured live. We can also, maybe what I'll do is I'll watch a couple of the opponent's attacks. There are a couple of guys that actually did some really nice things. Like, had some really crushing 3 stars. There's a couple of guys that, again, I'm like, yikes. The one attack that we did see from the opponent was actually a hit up, a Town Hall 11, a newer 11, hit a Town Hall 12. And, you know, the CC Headhunters just completely ruined his life. Okay, that is the easiest fireball of my life, but the base has no loot. I think just because we will attack it. Air defense goes down. Gorgeous. Oh, that's fun. Alright, we missed one of the Infernos, but we'll Quake once here just to speed ourselves up. Cool. Eagle down. Okay, we'll put King, this. Fortunately, Warden doesn't protect the baby dragon. That would have been cool. Look at that. There's a couple loons. How cute. I'll poison. Yeah, Queen's chilling, dude. That one Valkyrie is actually a savage. Let's Quake that. And I will Rage pop Queen here. Send 1, send 1, send 2, I'll send 2, I'll send 2. We'll swag the RC again. I mean, you can really delete bases like this pretty effectively. I think maybe he was trying something with this compartment up here. This looked like some Legend League style compartment, but without rage towers or anything. It doesn't really defend that well, right? Like when you put all your value, especially next to the eagle, man, all the value in the base is right on top of the eagle. As soon as you get that, like, get someone who's comfortable with a king queen sui, and they just kind of like take the house. Nice. Okay. Good money. Also, decently leveled days, so we should go for it. No CT troops. I'm questioning if it's better to go for the eagle with the warden or let the warden hit the multi and take both the scatters. I kind of think going for this multi is better. Okay. Okay, multi is right here. One quake gets it. We can also just go ahead and quake once here. I think that's a strong quake. Warden's going to work this way. I think we'll put a baby dragon just to keep him focused if possible. Don't necessarily want him dipping way far to the outside if we can help it. Nah, he does it anyway, but you know what? We're not doing ugly things. I'm actually fine with this. I'm going to go like this, queen, king. And we didn't funnel particularly well, but we can use that there. We can break here. Dude. Well, the healer's getting fried. Okay. We're good. King's gonna come out. I'm actually fine with that interaction. Because Queen with Warden, I think, is in a great spot to just murder everything that's left. I'm gonna go like this and this. Make the King's life a little easier around the outside. Queen is taking damage. We'll do that. We'll do this. Also, Rage. Probably invis one more time. Man, the Warden just got spring-trapped to Kingdom Come, bro. Again, we're trying our best to swag troops. Or swag a hero. Which I think happens pretty easily now. Yeah, we got 30 seconds. It's all good. Honestly, love the King skin, by the way. The limited edition King skin, guys. If you are a cosmetic purchaser inside of Clash of Clans, the King skin, this guy right here, I'll put it on display. We have it. This skin will never be available in the game after it goes off sale. Which now I think you have 2 weeks or less now to actually make this purchase. Don't lose out on the opportunity to buy this skin. Like, if you purchase skins, now is the time. If you look back 4, 5, 6, 7 years into the future, and you're thinking to yourself, "Man, I had the opportunity to buy that skin and you didn't get it." Now's the time. Don't miss out. Don't miss out. No more lives. Cool. All right, this is a 14. We're a low-ish 13. We do have the champion, which we haven't been using in the last few, but I have a feeling against these 14s, you kind of have to use it. I think we just take the wizard tower. I think that's probably the best. So I want to take the cannon, and then we'll do the invis. Okay, we'll take that. We'll be happy with it. Okay, it just sucks that, man, those battle builder huts really do make the calculus a little different. Put you here. We'll try to target the archer tower too. Okay, baby, bro. Okay, now we're gonna start with queen. See if we can get the queen to walk into that gap. She should be headed that way, right? She's not going to come around the corner, surely, right? Nice. We're happy. All right, king single. Okay, get the single, please. Nice. Invis. Even though we're taking poison damage, we're going to survive. Our healers are getting chewed up, so we'll poison that. All right. All right, we're going to lose everything, and it'll come down to time. So we'll have our rockets here for cleanup. Still crushed it. Wow, nice. GG. Don't even need the rocket spear. We love those vibes. No more. All right. Let's see how much time we got. All right, we'll do one more farm attack just to cap the Dark Elixir off, and then we'll review a couple of the opponent's attacks here. I do think that this clan, there's definitely some players in our opponent's clan that are doing good things. I don't think that this is going to be a wash of a war. I think that, well, A, they have a decent advantage up top, but B, I do think that some of their attackers are actually showing like good fundamentals, which is refreshing, right? Eagle's down here. You know, a fireball to the eagle doesn't actually get me a ton. I think we could take a fireball to the scatter maybe is better to go for. Okay. Take it. I'm gonna go like this and that. Didn't quite get the mortar, which is annoying. He's gonna tap it. Okay, I really want to get his scatter, not the eagle. Okay, we'll take that. This is actually great. We have another headhunter. All right. And then he'll just deal with the eagle. So we're waiting for the eagle to be dealt with, and then we'll drop our heroes. So what I see is king on an open walk. So queen can start here. Like this, king. Like this. I'm going to freeze early because it's the only single on the board. Quake that. Quake this. Cool. It's looking fine. Why does the... Man, king is trolling. I'm trying not to pop the king's ability yet because I'd like him to go a little further from where he is. Be good to get a little bit more value from the spiky ball, in other words. Ooh, his queen just ate doggy do. Okay, 3D out. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. We're gonna have spiky ball for cleanup. That's also fun. All right, spiddly diddly dip 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 dip. There we go. Nice. All right. Like I said, I do want to showcase a couple of their hits here. Where were the 3 stars? So that looks like it was appropriate. This looks like it was a dip. Their 15 is... Ah, never mind. That was not a dip. It was actually a 12v12. Okay. Take that back. Let's see what El Nomura does here. Okay, this one actually looks great. I caught this live right at the beginning of the warp. Now the only thing that I was immediately questioning is, did he whiff the arrow? Like, he threw the arrow down the side of the base, and then at this point he's not using that as like truly a funnel. I mean, in a way he is, right? Because his queen goes to the right. So he takes out all the trash down right. But still, this, at least to start, this looked a little odd. Like whiffing the arrow that hard. Because it looked like a whiff, you know? He does get the builder hut, which keeps the queen in. Does get some good Yeti Might damage onto this multi, but that queen can't touch the multi. It's actually 1 tile recessed. 1 tile too far away. So the queen skips it. And this is what I thought was so interesting. Like, he takes that. He notices the healer's getting fried. He recalls. And where does he poke her? Right outside again. So he takes everything inside, recalls, and pulls her right back outside that same compartment. I almost feel like just freezing to keep the pressure off the healers would have been a good thing. But then look at this. The arrow, okay, so in a way, the arrow does remove stuff over here that the witches are not going to potentially walk on, right, and carry them around the outer ring. But I thought the arrow was... I was a little confused by the arrow at first. I can see it now. He does get the majority of his troops to the core. He gets 2 of the Yetis. He gets 2 of the witches. So about half his troops actually went to the core. But in this style of an attack, you know, walking witches are definitely not a bad thing. I mean, it's a pretty open layout. All these compartments are actually open. There's no enclosure. The only things that are closed off are the multi-target Inferno compartments and the core. So being able just to kind of walk along is fine. The only thing he really needs to worry here is like not getting too fried by the multi, right? Interesting use also of the overgrowth. And at this point, you know, he just has too much. He has an invis still left. He does get lucky that this wall actually opens and he gets that multi out. Last invis used, and now the warden is going to be able to solo tap this out if the troops don't get there first. Just simply had too much. Really nice to Mr. El Nomura of Cybog. Thought that was actually a really pretty looking hit. All right, let's see what happened with Geiper. NG Iper. What's up, Geiper? How's it going? Welcome to the stream. What's up, Elite Mine? Hey, what app you use for play? I mean, I just play on the iPad. All right. He queen charges in. So a few of these guys have actually brought hybrid, which is refreshing to see. Because air is just so dominant. In general, I think air is just very, very dominant. It's more user-friendly. There's less to worry about. Wow, CC comes out. He drops the poison. Queen standing there. Everything's going to walk into the poison now. Good control to CC. Solid stuff. Recalls the queen. So again, someone else with a queen recall. And now her job is going to be to go after the eagle. Good stuff, man. Good tech. Good use of spell tech. This is an interesting idea. Launching to get him into that compartment. He finds all the Teslas. Just slightly awkward. But he gets a ton of Hog Riders that come out. And with the Hogs, he goes ahead and dumps the hybrid. You know, he needed to move with the hybrid. I almost feel like sending the queen back over here so that she could deal with the multi would probably have been a better use of his time. Freezes over just the prince in the air defense. Okay. Eternal Tomes through. Is taking damage, but look at the raged healers, man. Raged healers hit those troops once, and they're basically full HP. So an excellent healer transfer. You know, he gets the healer transfer, which when you're dealing with hybrid at these lower town halls, healer transfers during hybrid are brutal for the defender. He's got all three heroes up at the end, full HP. Very nicely done. Thought this was actually a really solid hit. Good stuff. All right. And let's see, what did Katana do? This is the one. This is another hybrid attack. I think this one goes a little sideways, if I'm not mistaken. He gets through it, right? It doesn't end up being the prettiest, but he definitely gets through it. Katana. Again, was this the same guy throwing an arrow to the side like this? Interesting. Oh, we got a live. Hold on. Hold on. Live versus me. Yeah, boy. Let's see it. Do your worst, nerd. Do your worst. Okay. This is actually exactly how I want to end the stream. Let's see if we can defend. All right. So he's going to zap. He's going to zap. He zapped all the ADs. He's got 4 freezes and 3 endos. He's got a slammer. He's got the Royal Champion. Interesting that he's chosen not to deal with the Eagle artillery. Like, when I see this happen with dragons, sorry, my nose, something stuck in my nose. When I see this happen with dragons, and you allow an Eagle artillery to pound on your face the whole time, you really allow yourself to get thin with these hits. These hits can thin out. He's already lost his queen to a single. The warden's going to die to the single up top. He's losing his champion. Bro. Bro. Oh my god, this was terrible. There was so much wrong with what this guy did. This was an objectively terrible attack. Like, he barely makes 50%. He almost doesn't. He almost 0 stars the base. And it's not like his heroes are awfully leveled too. I mean, his queen's under a little. His king's under a little. But he's got his champion level 21. Let's look at the equipment. Seeking Shield, Royal Gem, okay. Royal Gem is objectively not very good. But perhaps he just doesn't have any of the epic equipment yet. Got to understand that. Tome Rage, okay. Solid stuff. I mean, not awful, but You know, Rage Gym could be level 18. Tome could be level 15. Queen. 15. Bro. Queen's actually not too bad. King. Ooh, okay. So yeah, some of his stuff was under, right? But still, if you're the number 8, if you're my match, and you decide to go for me, and you leave the eagle up the whole raid, like that, bro, every time I see an attacker that looks at my base and they see this eagle artillery hanging out in no man's land, right? Like, this is not that hard to get to. And they just don't go for it. Instead, they attack quite literally the opposite end of the base. Bro, you're asking to get pummeled. Even zaps the backside air defenses. The queen instantly dies right here. Look, single target locks. He's got the freezes. Freeze for your queen. Freeze for your queen. Right. Freeze for your Electro Dragons. Freeze for your... What are we doing? Okay, he gets lucky with that invis right there. The ward... Freeze for your warden! Use your spells, dude. Brother. Like, he had opportunities to, like, do things, and he just didn't do them. You got 4 freezes. You're down to 2 dragons. Now he drops 1. But you still got the single. Oh my god, this is so terrible. That was... Doesn't know how freeze works. I don't know, like... He had multiple opportunities to save heroes. He lost 2 heroes to singles. And he almost lost a 3rd to a single. Oh my god. Okay. Mr. Blue Males. Blues Males. Blues Males. Blues Males. Sure. Deal with my eagle artillery, please. Just deal with the eagle, man. Make your life so much easier. The beauty of that base is it really, I do really well against dragons with that base. So I just keep running it. Like, never fails. If I don't defend, like, say I hadn't defended this war and it was a fresh hit triple, I almost guarantee you in the following war, I put up at least 1, if not 2 defenses. I don't know what it is about this layout that people just don't understand. But they just don't get it for some reason. Like, this is a burnt base online. This is a base I pulled off of a website. It was supposed to be good for CWL and, like, tournament play because the town hall is isolated. You force the attacker to make it to the core or run the risk of 1-starring. And then once you're in the core, you've got these annoying, you know, scatter, eagles out here, singles here. So you evenly divide all 4 corners of the base with singles plus your eagle. So if he attacks on one side, he's still got to deal with the one opposite of it. Once again, doesn't do anything to funnel, broadsides it, auto dies to 2 single target infernos. Like, he loses the kitchen sink here. Anyways, let's stop flaming the opponent. Good luck to Cybog over the next 19 or 20 hours of war. We wish you the best. Good luck to our guys clearing out number 3. I think we're pretty close, and we definitely have firepower left over. Bunny is the truth. Neo has a shot at it. Pull on it has a shot. We need to see Pull on it actually attacking, though, because I don't know that Pull on it showed up yesterday. Bunny obviously has another attack that he can use on his 13 to do a scout of a hit that he wants to do, but that requires that the bottom of the map actually gets cleared. So I think we have a good chance of winning this one, at least so far. It would appear that their lesser skilled attackers have been taking the first swipes. Still don't, but still, I mean, these hits down here actually looked pretty decent. Good stuff, especially with the recall. Sexiness. Guys, that's going to do it for today. We will be back tomorrow. We'll be doing our Town Hall 13 ranked attacks on both accounts. Hope you'll join me for that. Both accounts managed to promote last week. So the game's getting even harder. It's kind of crazy. But we're pushing on up. We're pushing on up. Ranked is feeling particularly brutal for a Town Hall 13, which is why I'm very excited to be arriving at Town Hall 14 within the next, 5 days now? We got 5 days and some odd hours left. Less than 5 days on the Town Hall upgrade here. And we'll be at Town Hall 14. So looking forward to the start of Town Hall 14. It's going to be a lot of fun. Do plan on, if you haven't heard me talk about it, do plan on skipping the majority of Town Hall 14, however, to get to Town Hall 15. And just get access to better pets. Get access to the Dragon Duke, which is a huge increase in your attacking potential. That's going to be part of my goals for sure, is using the Dragon Duke. And, just moving on up. Better pets. Kind of preparing for the later town halls more up front. Instead of burning unnecessary upgrades onto things like the Yak, things like Lassie, which are objectively pretty awful pets. That is, if you have other things to use, Lassie and the Yak are pretty bad as pets. So yeah, that's the reason there. The other thing is I think I'll be able to showcase my Town Hall 18 war attacks tomorrow. I believe the war should be available tomorrow for that, so I'll probably show those. And then the next time you guys see me live will be on Friday. So we're streaming on Wednesday. We will not stream this Thursday, but we will then again stream on Friday. So be ready for that. Can't wait to do it. You guys are fantastic. I love you so much. I'll catch you later next time. Peace out.